Hello, Wasteland. This is Packwards Gaming here, finally back with another Quickie.
Sorry it took us a while, but we have lives.
And unfortunately, not really lives, which is why we're bringing podcasts to you. But hey, unless you've been stuck in Little Big Town, then you know that Fallout 4, officially announced. It's got a November release date, and we could not be more hyped. I mean, I know I'm hyped, Adrian. You?
Oh, I'm pretty hyped for this.
The hype is real. The
hype is real.
If you haven't seen the E3 trailer yet, I'm probably putting a link up on the screen right now. Go check it out. Just unbelievable, the stuff for the ring. And I mean, I saw the
Dog meat and power suit confirmed.
Yeah, literally confirmed. You get your RoboCop dog. But I mean, I was watching this, and when I saw, like, I never thought I'd see a Fallout game with good graphics. Like, I don't play Fallout for the graphics, but when they were showing that, and I'm sure they're not going to be as good, but that was just insane how good that game looked.
Like you said again, I don't really play Fallout for the graphics. I play for the gameplay. The VAT system was hilariously amazing as you pretty much run through the wasteland, popping off the heads of every enemy you run into.
Yeah, and the VAT system is this really cool thing where it actually pressures you for time, because, if you popped around the corner and there was a death claw, in Fallout 3 or New Vegas, you could VAT and you could decide, okay, do I really want to do this here? But now it actually just slows down time instead of stopping it, which is really interesting.
Ooh,
I'm probably gonna die a couple times to that.
Oh, that's gonna be rough.
Yeah. So obviously, basically from what I've been reading, what it is going to be is a conflict between the Brotherhood of Steel and some scientist type folk who have taken over MIT in Boston, because that is where Fallout 4 has been set for. It is in Boston. No real confirmation yet on the Commonwealth, although it is thought that the guys from MIT will be working with the Commonwealth, because in the teaser video that they put up on E3, you see enemies that when the cursor went over the enemies, they were like a synthetic assaulter or something. And as you know, if you've played Fallout 3 and if you've ever gone anywhere near Rivet City, the synthetic man, they talk about how the Commonwealth basically uses robots as slaves. So that's going to be very interesting to see if they're going to find that.
I remember that mission where you had to go find him, and
yeah, it was irritating.
I actually never finished that one.
Never finished that one?
Or no, I did finish it, but I never found the man or traded him in. I just turned in the ear or something.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, he was the police chief of Rivet City or something like that. Like, he was the security officer.
Oh, like I just never spoke to him. I think that mission I just ended up.
Yeah, you just went to the scientist and was like, "Hey, I need something to throw these guys off." Right?
Yeah. That's usual case. Usually I play. What kind of gameplays do you normally go through? Do you just go evil with good, or like neutral as all hell?
Well, the problem is with Fallout 3 is because I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to the achievements in my games, was I had to play on all of them. So I think I have the most amount of hours in my good save, because I was able to get farther along with the Brotherhood, which helped me in the later achievements. The Operation Anchorage and the Broken Steel DLC. But I mean, I played through all of them. If the question is what did I have more fun playing with, it was probably Evil, because I really dislike Moira.
Normally when you like start up a game where morality is like part of it, what do you normally go for? Do you go good?
Normally I go for evil normally I go for good, because I'm able to see more of the world, if that makes any sense, because people are less hostile to me, so I don't like feel like encouraged to just leave. If I'm just playing a game, like I get it at like, Redbox or something, I'll play evil because you can just blow through the game easier because you can just destroy people.
Usually how I do things is I would end up playing good. Like the first playthrough, and then possibly maybe go evil the second playthrough.
Right. Well, that was interesting. Was that they took that option away in New Vegas? Did you play New Vegas?
I still need to play through New Vegas. I'm still waiting for my new PC case to come in just so I can move everything over and actually start playing.
Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, because what they took it away is instead they gave you factions that you had to align with, and it was possible to like do certain missions for certain factions, but at the end you had to make a decision where if you were gonna if you're gonna fight for yourself, Kaiser's Legion or the NCR. And it was interesting because while there were certain people that you could interact with if you were evil or good karma, they really took more of like a mercenaries approach, where if you killed ex-NCR members, then NCR is just going to shoot on sight, and then the same thing with Kaiser's Legion and all these other factions that they had in the world.
Yeah, the only thing I remember from New Vegas was my friend playing through, and he was doing a lot of missions for a group called the Kings. Which were a gang of Elvis impersonators.
Yeah, that was great.
And then I think it was the DLC where they took a robotic brain and put it in his body, and he had to do a bunch of tasks for these scientists.
Yeah, that's the DLC where Dr. Venture is a robot. Yeah, and it was funny as hell. And you can go kill like their enemy because they're in the big this empty mountain laboratory. I didn't even talk to the end boss. I just got a 50 cal rifle and snuck up on him and shot him from across the room, and he just exploded in a bunch of gray matter and glass and science liquid. So back to Fallout 4. Did you saw the trailer, right?
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
So
essentially,
let me tell you what I'm hyped for. Jetpack in a power suit with a Gatling gun, because I am never going to fear anything on the ground again.
But what if they give Deathclaws wings, just a countermeasure?
Well, then science has gone too far, and Bethesda must be stopped. And I guess I'll just have to get like a plasma. That would be interesting. It was a plasma Gatling gun, because you got the laser Gatling gun.
No, there's plasma Gatling guns.
Did you see it? Like
no, I thought there was plasma Gatling guns in Fallout 3.
No, just laser. It was really good too, because you could tear through anything.
Oh. Well, hopefully the power armor is nothing like the Tribe's power armor, where you slide around and hope that you have enough boost.
Yeah, no, hopefully. And then also, they showed that you could customize certain, so if like you want winterized power armor, but you wanted to keep like regular...
So you can piecemeal your armor.
Yeah, you can piecemeal your armor. That looks amazing. So then what else? Oh, not Raven, this isn't Gears of War. Vertibird combat, that'll be interesting. I'm wondering if there'll ever be any missions where you have to like go shoot ones, or if it'll just be strictly transport, and then you can decide to pepper the landscape.
Well, what if it just becomes a rail shooter at that point, where you just sit or
God, that's gonna make fast travel boring.
Well, what's it called? One of those missions where you just kind of sit. It's sort of an escort mission, but you're stuck in the turret and just shooting everything down
just like a destruction mission, kind of? Or
I don't know what they call it exactly, but there are some missions where you have to sit in the vehicle and use the turret.
Sounds irritating. What game is that in?
And doesn't Halo do it a few times here and there?
Oh, okay. Well, I guess where they want you to take out certain... But they don't stick you in the turret the whole time.
There are some missions where, like, the first half of it, you have to, like, sit, like, on the side of a ship and shoot down things.
No, I guess I need to go replay Halo.
Or maybe it was some other game, but I know there are some games that lock you in to the vehicle for a certain period of time until you reach like the point or the destination needed.
Huh. The only time I can really think that they lock you into a vehicle is...
Gears doesn't do it?
No, Gears has got a couple missions where they do that. There's one where you're going up a mountain pass and they put you into a Centaur, which is their battle tank that is a lot of treads.
I think I played through that one.
Yeah, there's one where they put you in a boat and you have to like stay on a Gatling gun, but that's kind of necessary because or the Troika as it's called in Gears of War, because if you didn't, then you there's no way you could beat the boss on the higher difficulties with just your regular Lancer. And then there's one which is like, personally for me, it's the most annoying level in Gears of War. It's you're stuck on the back of the squid things. I forget what they're called right now. They're not inkers, but they're irritating, and the boss just basically shoots at you behind, and every so often he'll do a run and he'll pause in front of you and you gotta pop him.
Oh, well, pretty much the angry fans will just end up writing in the comments below where we fucked up.
I mean, of course, I expect it. So other than that, house customization. That's something that I am interested in. Is apparently you're going to be
essentially like Skyrim did in one of their DLCs. You can finally have
house building DLC. I really needed that, Bethesda. Thanks, because I needed to adopt orphans to make my Daedric Dragonborn that much more, family friendly. Thanks.
Well, you never know. Maybe what they wanted to end up in is pretty much Dragonborn is tired after a day of adventuring, slaying dragons. Maybe he wants to come home to a nice home cooked meal. And
who did you marry in Skyrim?
In Skyrim, actually, I did not marry.
You didn't marry anyone?
I have a very bad habit in most of the games I played through where I will form a relationship with a completely wrong person.
From an attachment, or yeah. Okay.
No. So the character in Mass Effect 2, the assistant who reads all your mail.
I didn't play Mass Effect, so
oh boy.
I played one for 5 minutes, and I was just like, I hate this game.
Well,
I like the lore. I mean,
there's a character that you can't exactly romance, but you can fill up the meter on the companionship, and all she gives you is
you got friend zoned by your secretary, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, but also in Mass Effect 1, I got to Liara a little too late, so there was no chance of also...
Oh, no. Oh, you got to the part where she... Oh,
No, I got to her last. In Mass Effect, you have, some chain missions that, you can go in any order.
Right.
I was having difficulty with that part, and I just did everything else until it was, the last thing needed to be done to progress. I did that, so I couldn't form, a companionship with her. And then into the second game, apparently you don't get an achievement for pretty much romancing your secretary, who just gives you a lap dance in an alien suit.
Because what commander wouldn't want that exact same thing?
Captain Ginger.
Is that what you named your character?
No, that's what my friend Chris named my character.
Yeah, Chris. We have to have him on sometime.
Oh, we will. But pretty much the entire game there was no good, no bad, just neutral and Captain Ginger options.
Excellent.
So pretty much be good in the first 3 scenes, be an asshole in another scene, and then just tell people to walk away most of the time.
If it works, why not? But no, because in Skyrim, I ended up marrying the one brawler chick that you meet when you walk into the inn in Whiterun, and she's like, "Oh, I punched a boy to death," or something. It was something really kind of, oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
And I ended up marrying her because I didn't realize that you could marry Ayla, because everybody married Ayla. Apparently they're on the Huntress.
Oh, the Huntress from the werewolf cult.
The werewolf cult, yeah. The companions were proud and were, yeah, okay. But anyway, that'll be interesting. I wonder if what companion options, because we've only seen that you get...
Felicia Days.
What?
Felicia Days does the voice of the Brotherhood of Steel character in
Fallout 3?
In New Vegas.
Victoria.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No, I don't think she's going to be in this one. I thought they were going to say she does the voice of Dogmeat for a second.
No.
Well, no, because I was saying that the only confirmed companion so far is the dog you find.
Which apparently he is now invincible.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because so now generations of Dogmeat, their sacrifices have not been in vain.
I never sacrificed Dogmeat.
You never said... God, Dogmeat, I was so upset with him. I refused to have any companions in Fallout New Vegas until I realized that I needed to for certain parts, because I like collecting rare power armor.
I don't know.
Because, okay, here's my 2 things. So, Dogmeat, going and doing Riley's Rangers mission. Mm-hmm. So when you exit the building after you clear out all the super mutants, there's an ambush set up in the hotel lobby, and Dogmeat just ran off and got destroyed by power armor, and I just stopped playing Fallout for a while after that. But then also the Brotherhood of Steel member, the lady who escorted your parents to the vault. Yeah. So I was going through it wasn't the Gary vault. It was the vault where the gas drove everybody mad. Did you do that one?
The one, didn't everyone turn into not mud crabs, mire lurkers?
No, I don't think that was it.
Or no, I don't remember the gas that made everyone mad. I remember there was a white noise that was causing everyone to go mad.
That was a different one. That was the musician vault where you had to go get the Stradivarius. The other one was actually the only one that actually creeped me out. It was like a gas they released that made people go a little cuckoo.
I don't know.
And at one point you walk through and the game flips and you're walking on the ceiling, and it's really creepy. And you only know when you're being drugged is when it goes like all purple and stuff. So I get to the end of this vault, and there's a guy. I guess they've been like trying to tunnel themselves out, and she just goes straight ahead and kills him. And I'm like, oh, cool. I guess I don't get to talk to that guy? Thanks.
Well, the only... Crap, I have to play through the game again because I remember...
We're gonna have to like stream it or something.
Or we could chop them up into like missions and just record the missions and whatnot. But
either or.
Aside from that, I remember... trying to remember which ones like I went through. Like I think I ended up just barreling... Like Normally how I play, I run through half of the game just doing all the side quests, and then eventually I just get tired of all the side quests and just barrel through the main game.
Oh, see, I have to do side quests in Bethesda. There's so much lore.
And then I got up to Broken...
That's what I'm hyped about. Lore. I want more lore. I want more Fallout lore.
So I get to Broken Steel and just eventually... I don't know, just eventually stop playing it, and then I need to still get through New Vegas, but some of the vaults...
Did you play Point Lookout?
No.
Oh God, Point Lookout is like it.
Winter Ice T-51B.
Well, that was in Operation Anchorage. Point Lookout is the mutant hillbillies that try and kill you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Power armor.
Well, yeah, you can definitely use your power armor there. It's recommended.
All right, so.
But no, going back. So you're able to like customize your house and all that, which I think that's going to be amazingly interesting. And I'm wondering if they're going to choose to have building supplies not weigh anything or weigh differently, because like the way the guy that was giving the E3, I'm forgetting his name right now, was giving it was he was implying that you would be walking around and you could find building supplies like the pony ride that they've the Giddy Up Buttercup that they've had ads for in the games for a while, but you've never been able to actually find one in game. They're saying like if you find them, they'll give a bunch of nails, so you have to decide if you want the nails or if you want the scrap metal or something. So it'll be interesting.
Do you think they'll give? They'll probably give blueprints for like some things that you can build out from scrap metal and whatnot.
Yeah, that'll be interesting because when they were, that's what I'm hoping for, is because you had the blueprints for the customizable games, and then in Fallout New Vegas they were like, nah, you just learn it, you get it, you get it, you get told it. There aren't really any blueprints, and if you want to customize something, you just throw it on there. And then when they were going through the crafting menu with all this thing, it seemed like it was all already in there, and the guy didn't seem to be that high level. So I'm wondering if you just auto start off if you can get the materials.
So you get it like after you leave the vault?
Something like that. Maybe like your Pip-Boy comes pre-equipped. That was another thing, was how hyped were you when you saw that you got a Pip-Boy with the Pip-Boy Collector's Edition?
Yeah, that's only if you got the Pip-Boy's Collector's Edition.
Which I did.
I slept through the apocalypse.
Yeah, you did sleep through the apocalypse. The bombs went off, and you were still snoring, and then you woke up, and there was just a roll of dust and cactus everywhere.
I was late for work.
Yeah, and then it's another kind of apocalypse. So, speaking of good apocalypses this year, you saw Mad Max in theaters, correct?
Yeah, I've seen Mad Max in theaters. I need to...
So how was it in theaters? Because I got it off the Bay of Pirates, so...
In theaters... It was great. I would need to go rewatch it in theaters or rewatch it at my house because that is a completely different situation.
Yeah.
I will probably talk about on another day, but the movie was...
So how big a fan of Tom Hardy are you before you get into this? Like, have you only seen him as Bane, or like did you watch Bronson and all those other films too?
Actually, I have not seen The Dark Knight Returns.
You have? Oh my God.
I actually loved him as Mad Max because he did a really good job pretending to be an Aussie, even though, is he a Scottish man or something?
He's some sort of somebody from across the pond. Yeah, I'd have to check. I'm pretty certain he's a Brit, but yeah. It's not that hard.
I need to take this car, Batman, and fill it up with gas and drive across the desert.
And steal all your women. But yeah, it was good.
I enjoyed the movie.
You like the Doof Warrior?
I loved the freaking the War Boys.
Yeah.
And the guy, I wish I could just call him Craig, the war boy, because he fucked up on so many situations. Like, he missed so many opportunities to be a bad guy. I think his only option was to be a good guy.
Oh yeah, it was just like, well, you were so bad at being evil that we had to give you.
We
critically failed at being an evil henchman so many times.
Like,
that
you had
just
an
would,
opportunity.
yeah.
Your leader gave you a gun and told you, hey, go take out this one person. They're right in front of you. You do it, I will carry you into Valhalla myself. He goes... Oh, spoiler alert. He goes...
Spoilers don't apply to these things. We should just auto-spoiler this.
Alright, so he climbs onto the semi, or the war truck, and then gets his chain caught on, like, a loose piece of metal. He screws up. You can feel Immortal Joe just face palming on the inside, and everyone dies a little on the inside. He gets butt hurt, and then later the good guys are like, "Oh man, this guy's such a screw up. Maybe he should be a good guy." Yeah, I'll be a good guy.
Yeah. So how did it compare for you to the other Mad Max films? Because obviously, Tom Hardy and Mel Gibson.
Right,
I don't think Tom Hardy is, I don't know.
Like it's hard to say because in the first half of the movie, he's quiet the entire time. Well, not quiet the entire time, but boom, he gets caught. He's like forced to be like some kind of pretty much blood vessel, not a blood vessel, but like he was supposed to like pump blood into another guy, and he had like a mask or a muzzle on the entire time.
Because God forbid there be a film about Tom Hardy without something obscuring his gorgeous face, you know?
So pretty much he spends like pretty much the first quarter of the movie like trying to get this mask off, and then when he finally does, pretty much it's just grunting noises, loads shotgun, more grunting noises, and then eventually he starts
zoom all over again.
And then he starts talking and things get good. Compared to like the other ones, it is definitely up there with the second one. The second one is where it sets the whole...
No, the second Mad Max was that was Road Warriors?
Road Warrior. Alright, so first one, like I didn't know it was...
The first one was a classic, though.
First one was a classic, and...
I would say the first one was a classic, and then the third one was a classic, and the second one was like the optional film you can show someone if you want to. Really? You feel differently?
No, I feel differently. The first movie would definitely set you up, getting you ready for the second movie. Oh. First movie would get you ready for the second movie and like the setup of it, because everything is still somewhat good, and then it's slowly driving into the apocalypse. You got one guy that's running around, Knight Rider, who is the main villain. Max's wife dies, something like that. I gotta rewatch the movie.
Somebody died.
So he chases him like the entire movie. It drags on for a bit, but pretty much it sets up for the second one. Second one is pretty much just non-stop driving, action.
All right, so rate the Mad Max films as you think right now.
As I think right now, Mad Max 1,
okay,
definitely an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Road Warrior,
okay,
10 out of 10.
But it's 2, but it's below Mad Max 1.
No,
I mean like rate them 1 to 4 of the 4 films out right now.
Of the four films right now,
yeah, rank them.
I would definitely put Mad Max 2, 4, 1, and then 3.
So 4 being Fury Road?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. Now rate the Fallouts.
Rate the Fallouts.
Don't include Fallout Tactics.
Oof.
Wasn't that bad a game? It was just not Fallout.
3.
Did you play the original Fallouts?
I've played the first one, and I failed horribly as I got to the first town.
I mean, but you've played it, which is more than 90% of Fallout's fan base can say.
Well, yeah, but the game is not easy.
But no, because it's
I've just seen a lot of like videos on like the lore, or did you know the gamings on a lot of things?
Oh yeah, they do. That's some good stuff.
So I cannot give a fair rating, but I would say from people that I know, my opinion, from what I've gathered, 3 is really good.
Okay.
Then you have the second one, which sets up a lot, and then first one kind of being at the bottom, I don't know. I would have to play through the game until I get like a full proper opinion of it. But in the meantime, right now 3's up there because that's the one I played through the most.
Right. All right. So I'm gonna rate them, but I'm not gonna rate them based on the game. I'm gonna rate them based on their final villain type character, because that's like what these games build up to. Is like Fallout 3 had a great overall atmosphere, and that's what you hear everybody talking about.
The third one had a villain?
Well, no. See, that was the thing. That's in my rating. I'm gonna talk about that because Fallout 3 really didn't kind of had a villain. It had the one Colonel at the end, and it had President Eden, but the Colonel was exceptionally easy to take out. I mean, you could kill him with the BB gun. There's a run called "Do It for Pa" where you kill him with the BB gun your dad gives you in the beginning.
Like, what is that? A luck crit build to hopefully
pretty
do
much
any damage whatsoever
pretty
with
much
that thing?
Yeah, and then you also do Bloody Mess, and you take Black Widow and a bunch of just other, you take Action Hero and you put a bunch of points into luck and you get the lucky 8-ball. So I'm going to say that based on them, it was, I forget his name, but he's the giant guy in super armor.
Schmeculor?
Yeah, sure, Schmeculor. He is the top ranked boss because that dude was just scary, crazy, hard to beat.
Oh, wait. Are you talking... Is this the third one or the second one?
No, because the Master was in... The Master was in 2. And then this big-ass guy was in 1.
No. You have it mixed up. The Master Computer was like the first one, where pretty much a human and a supercomputer
fell into a vat of Eve.
Yeah. And pretty much you have the option to either like fight it to the death, which is a pretty rough fight, or if you have enough. Let's see. If you have enough charm and other things, you can just convince it to kill itself.
Yeah, which is pretty funny.
Second one, it was like John something.
Yeah, John something. John Henry or some shit like that.
And he was like the main antagonist.
He had multiple stages. You killed him, and he tore himself in half, and then his torso attacked you.
So you're saying he's like a pre-Dreadnought from 40K?
Yeah, I'd be willing to say that. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna say it was John. I'm gonna call him John Henry. Then I'm gonna say, provided that you went NCR, it was the guy, the Caesar's Legionnaire that he sends to fight you. That because he's disgusting to face if you actually just fight him. Like, he takes rounds from a 50 with explosive ammo like nobody's business. And then it's the Master, and then it's Fallout 3. Because Fallout 3, as long as you have like over 50 speech level, you can just be like, hey, bugger off, we have you surrounded. And he's like, oh, you're right. And he walks off, and they set the core to overload. But, God forbid, Bethesda leave you in a cliffhanger.
I don't know. Most of the builds I just end up making is just high luck, high dex, and just sneak attack to all hell with a hunting rifle.
I did that in Skyrim, but in my Bethesda games, I'm always... Or, not Bethesda, but in my Fallout games, I'm always like, nah, this is the wasteland. I gotta survive with just my guns and my intuition. So I always make, like, a high speech and high guns, and then just make it fun.
Oh, no, you just make a sneak rifle build, and the hunting rifle will carry you through the entire game. Yeah.
I don't know. I like the Xiong, the named Chinese assault rifle with the named combat shotgun. That thing's disgusting.
My problem is I don't go first playthrough. I don't do much. I just grab whatever I can and just run through it. That's why my Dark Souls run was actually terrible for the first time because
was it because you weren't ready?
Pretty much. I just stuck with what I thought was good. So I took the heaviest armor, heaviest shield, and ran through the game and managed to like eventually succeed.
Right on. Alright. So, but yeah, Fallout 4, that's going to be amazing. Mad Max Fury Road, that was amazing. If you haven't seen that, try and go catch it. Or get it on Redbox, whatever. It has been confirmed for 2 more. They're going to make 2 more movies. So that'll be excellent because Tom Hardy says, yes, I'm definitely on board. So hopefully we'll get a new Mad Max film and a new Jurassic film both come out in the same year.
So
That'd be excellent.
If it follows like the Mad Max formula, pretty much Mad Max is just going to go wherever.
Right. Well, maybe they can make tie-ins with the game because I don't know if we should talk about this next time. The Mad Max game.
Is it out yet?
No, it's not out yet. But it's going to be excellent. I can tell you that. It's got Fallout style, but then basically, if you ever played Jack 3, there was like this whole wasteland thing where you could go out in your car and like, scavenge temples and stuff. It's gonna be like that. And it's gonna very much be based around the same character that Tom Hardy plays.
All right. So, in other news,
yeah. In conclusion, here we're gonna drop some news on you, some good old nerd news.
So maybe you don't know, but September 15th, we're gonna have a new campaign in the Underdark called Demons of the Depths or something.
Yeah, Demons of the Rage, or Rage of the Demons.
Rage of the Demons,
and that'll be in the Underdark.
Yay, the Underdark.
Actually, Underdark, and it is said that it will carry characters from level 1 to 15, so DMs, go to your LGS, get that stuff pre-ordered. I'm looking forward to running it myself. I'm looking forward to playing it. I think it's going to be awesome. I can't wait for 5th edition characters to play in the Underdark. That's going to be fun.
The Underdark is going to be exciting, but I have a bad feeling that Dritz and his sweaty balls are just going to be all over this. And what I mean by Dritz being everywhere, he is essentially the Batman of the D&D universe.
Oh, God. But he's bad, isn't he?
No, he's a. All right, so the storyline.
Oh, he's one of those weird ass anti-hero drows, right?
No, he's not an anti-hero.
We're not going to go on a tangent.
We're not going on to this. We're saving this for another day. But
Magic Game Day, Game Day for Magic Origins. That's going to be August 8th and the 9th. So, check out your LGS for that. I'm going to be running RoboCop. I'm going to put a video up on RoboCop later. But yeah, you know us. Always hyped for Game Day. Always hyped for Fallout.
Promo Siege Rhino.
Oh, yeah. Not a promo Siege Rhino, but Altar Siege Rhino for the Clash packs. That's going to be excellent. I got to pick up my own.
No. Not the Clash packs. I thought it was for Game Day.
No. The Game Day promos are
Sandstep Citadel? Or?
No. Those were all Clash packs that I was showing you. No. It's going to be a crappy, the crappy 4 colorless, 1 green elf, but the top 8 promo will be Languish, and that'll be a full art as always. It looks excellent, so bring your best for that. We'll be bringing you our Game Day stuff as we get closer on that. Anything else?
Let us hope this podcast is led into Valhalla all nice chrome and shiny.